In this video, we're going to find the remaining angle and sides for this triangle. So we see that we've been given two angles and one side. We've been given an angle, side triangle, basically. Now, we're not going to be able to use sine or cosine or tangent or anything like that on this because it's not a right triangle. This is an oblique triangle. Now we know that because we've been given an angle, and a side, we can actually use the law of sines here. So let's remember what the law of sines is. So the law of sines is a proportion where we have the side and its opposite angle. So we have A over the sine of angle A equals B over the sine of angle B, which equals the side C over the sine of angle C. So we're going to use that to find what we need. Now finding the remaining angle should be pretty easy because we know that if we add up the three angles of a triangle, we should get 180 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and add up our angle 1 and the angle 2, so angle C and B that we've been given, which is 102.3 and 28.7. So we're going to add those up and we're going to get 131 degrees there. So now we're going to take our 180, subtract our 131, and see that we are going to have the angle A has a measure of 49 degrees. So now we just need to find our two remaining sides, angle A and angle C. So why don't we start off with angle C, side C, sorry, because that's the angle that we were given, right? So let's start off with this side C right here. We were given both the angle and the side for B. And so that's what we'll use to set up our proportion for our law of sines. So right now we're going to be doing this portion of our law of sines. Okay? So let's set that up. So we have 27.4 over the sine of 28.7 equals C over the sine of 102.3. So now we're going to go ahead and let's get that C by itself. So to do that, we could simply multiply each side by the sine of 102.3. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to cross those off, and that's going to let us have our C by itself. So we have the sine of 102.3 times 27.4, all divided by the sine of 28.7. And that's going to equal our C value. Now, if we plug that into our calculator, that's going to tell us that C is going to equal, well, it's going to be approximately 55.75 feet. And so now we can write that down. So now we have what side C is, but we need what side A is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up that proportion as well. We still want to use our B and our angle B to help us because we know that those were given to us and we don't want to have something that might be wrong getting us going. Alright, so we're going to set up for side A. So again, we're going to be using that same 27.4 over the sine of 28.7, and we're going to be setting that equal to our A over the sine of 49, because remember, we solved and got that that was 49 degrees right there, right? So we can use a similar kind of idea that we had just used, and so we're going to multiply both sides by the sine of 49. I'm out of room. Let me scoot that over. There we go. So now we see that we've multiplied both sides by our sine of 49. So we're able to cross that out there. And that's going to leave us with the sine of 49 times 27.4 divided by the sine of 28.7 for our A, right? So now if we take that and we plug that into our calculator, we're going to see that's going to give us an A. It's approximately 43.06 feet. And so we can go ahead and we can write that down as one of our answers as well. A is approximately 43.06 feet. And now we see that we have found our two missing sides and our missing angle, and now we're finished.